we're live.
Good morning and welcome to the Pete Braley Show. This is show number 182. It's Friday. I'm Pete Braley along with my co-host, the executive producer, the show creator, and the all-around great guy. That's my son, Matt.
Yeah. We're wearing a lot of black today.
Yeah, he noticed this morning we're all in black, so...
But there's never enough time to change. There's never enough time to make a second change to the wardrobe.
True.
So we stick with it no matter what.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, I don't know. We look like we're going to a funeral.
We just wanted to go with the merch today.
Yeah.
We're maybe giving away some merch.
Maybe.
Later.
Maybe we'll see.
Yeah, with the Stumpah. Thank you for choosing us today. Our goal is simply to start your day off on a positive note. So if you like what we do, please be sure to hit the like button and subscribe so that you don't miss any future shows. We are live on YouTube weekday mornings at 8 o'clock, and you can also find us wherever you go for your favorite podcast. Coming up today, we will crown a winner for this segment of the Stumpah. That's coming up. It is close. We have some Feel Good Friday stories. We have Foodie Friday, where we try an Easter treats. We ask, when did Easter become like Christmas? Because it has for some families. And also a few other things on this. It is Good Friday today, so we have that and more coming up today. I used to work with a person who I remember, no names, but I remember bright and early one morning at 5:55. She went on the air and said, "Happy Good Friday, everybody." It's not really a happy day.
True.
You know?
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah. But I did want to mention, we hope everyone has a nice Easter this weekend. Sunrise service is back. I don't know about where you live, but in Fairhaven, they haven't done it for 2 years, I guess, because of the pandemic. But they will this year. And sunrise, the service starts at 6 a.m. Sunday morning at Fort Phoenix. It's a beautiful service usually.
Oh, somebody asked yesterday if the choir was singing at it.
No.
No? Okay.
No, the choir's not singing yet. Choir did sing last night, but I had the ball game, so I missed it.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, I did miss that. And to be honest, timing-wise, I could have made it.
Wow.
I could have made it.
Wow, really
I know,
exposing
but-
yourself here.
Well, it's just after 7 innings of sitting on a stool with no support, my back was killing me.
Hey, at least you got a
So-
stool, though.
Yeah, that's true. I
Maybe
did
we got to
get that.
see. They have like somebody Amazon it. Is there a stool with a backrest?
With
that
a back.
that you can fold up?
A lot of times they give you like a little bit. You know,
Yeah.
it's like lower back, but
Which does a little bit,
It
but
does,
not a lot of it.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
yeah. And also, Passover begins at sundown tonight, so busy weekend for folks. Welcome. It is Friday, April 15th. It's National Glazed Spiral Ham Day, which I'm very happy for. Is the guy that used to have to carve the ham on Easter. Now they don't trust me with the knife. But once they came out with those spiral hams that are like already cut,
Yeah.
you can just go down and you've got all those slices.
Is it a thing that needs a national day, though? I always think that.
Yeah.
Maybe not.
Well, today's also National Rubber Eraser Day.
Oh, perfect. You know,
Which
that one definitely deserves it.
I mean, that's a big day. I mean, because we can erase the mistakes now.
True. I mean, I've said this before. I'm a big pen guy. I don't know the last time I used a pencil. Almost strictly a pen guy. Plus, I've been using a little bit of those flare tip pens that you guys use.
Oh, I like those. Yeah.
Very nice.
They are
almost
nice.
like a marker, but
They are nice.
very nice.
One guy accused me of being a flashback from the 70s for using a flare. I just can't. I like a flare pen.
It looks nothing like it was from the 70s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were big in the 70s. Today is National Take a Wild Guess Day. This day challenges us to take a stab at making some wild predictions because they may be off or they may be right on target. So make a
What
wild
can we
guess.
predict? I think the Patriots are going to win the Super Bowl next year.
There you go.
There it is.
He goes with it. I predict the Red Sox will win the World Series. Huh?
I guess at the start of the year here, that could be conceived as crazy. Also because the Blue Jays, man.
Oh, were they hot?
The Blue Jays got a team.
Oh, man.
Vlad Guerrero Jr.,
Oh, yeah.
he's no joke.
He lit up Gerrit Cole, from what I understand.
Yeah.
Who, by the way, is going down.
Just like they said he couldn't do. They were like, we really need a big year from him.
Yeah. They
Well-
pay him $36 million a year
Lots of money.
to pitch for the Yankees. And ever since he can't use the sticky stuff anymore, he used that Atlas tack stuff, I think it was called.
I have no clue.
Ever since the umpires started checking hats and gloves every inning or every couple of innings, He can't use the sticky stuff anymore, and he's not as good.
So let me just rephrase that for you. Ever since he wasn't able to cheat anymore, he's not good.
You could say that. You could say that.
Interesting.
Today is it's April 15th, so it's National Tax Day. Does anybody wait till I think we have in the past. Any year where we owed, a decent amount of money, we were like, we're not giving it to them early. So they get their money at the last possible date. But I don't know. I think most people, don't they do their taxes in February?
I do it early.
Yeah. I don't know.
But I know sometimes you got to wait for a lot of forms. So it kind of depends when your forms come in.
It's National Titanic Remembrance Day. It remembers the lives lost when the Titanic sank in 1912. We remember the more than 1,500 people who died that day.
Still so crazy to think about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Today is Purple Up Day. I know we're in black, but it recognizes some of the military's most unsung heroes, their children. The day encourages everyone to wear purple, representing all branches of the military and showing unity with each other. It is tough on the kids.
Yeah. I don't know if I have any purple. It's not really a color that I have.
I was going to tell you yesterday that it was, but then you said, let's wear some merch. But I was going to say, does he have purple?
I don't think I do. No. It's not really in my repertoire.
Kat used to play for a team that purple was their color. So
I feel like you got something.
I went out and got a purple T-shirt.
Yeah, you got something up there.
Yeah. Today is Good Friday, recognizing the day that Christ was crucified. And it's also National Clean Out Your Medicine Cabinet Day, which, you can laugh at, but it's very important. I mean, how many outdated prescriptions do you have in there?
True.
And they just should not be laying around. On the Datebook, it was on this day in 1850, the city of San Francisco was incorporated. On this day in 1865, Abraham Lincoln died. We told you he was shot yesterday. He died 9 hours after he was shot by John Wilkes Booth. On this day in 1912, at 2:27 in the morning, the Titanic sank off Newfoundland. On this day in 1923, insulin becomes generally available for diabetics. Jackie Robinson, on this day in 1947, became the first African-American to play in the major leagues, starting with the Dodgers, of course. On this day in 1955, Ray Kroc opened the first McDonald's fast food restaurant in Plain, Illinois. That's a great movie, by the way, about how that franchise all came to be. And how Ray screwed the original McDonald. There were two brothers, I think, named McDonald.
Oh.
And he kind of took it from them.
You have a fascination in fast food history. I don't know whether to be...
It's that way, doesn't it?
I don't know whether it's interesting or concerning.
On this day in 1964, the Chesapeake Bay Bridge opened, the world's longest. It's great. I mean, I just love going on that thing.
Except when we got stuck in traffic.
That sucked.
Yeah, that wasn't great.
We have a friend who... is it bridges or tunnels? Tunnels she doesn't like, right?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's just a combination of the two, to be honest. Yeah.
So she'd rather go over it than actually drive it.
Yes.
On this day in 1965, the NFL changes the penalty flag from white to bright gold. Of course, I thought it was yellow.
Well, it is. I guess they just consider it bright gold. But, I mean, thank goodness they did.
Oh, yeah.
Can you imagine trying to find a white flag?
On the lines, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Plus, I think they do have something they throw that's white, although I think it might have changed to blue. But yeah. Anyways, thank God it's yellow, so we can see it.
On this day in 1997, baseball honored Jackie Robinson by retiring the number 42 from all teams. And I think the last one to wear it was Mariano Rivera of the Yankees.
Yep.
Because they waited until they retired it on all teams, and then once he retired, they were like, Yankees can't wear it anymore either.
Yeah.
On this day in 2013, the Boston Marathon bombings, 3 people were killed, 183 injured after 2 explosions near the finish line. Marathon coming up this Monday. And on this day in 2019, the Paris Cathedral Notre Dame caught fire, toppling its spire and destroying its roof. They are currently rebuilding, but it's going to be a while before Notre Dame is open. Celebrity birthdays today. Actress Emma Thompson is 63. Chris Stapleton is 44. His beard is 43.
I love that man.
Yeah. Seth Rogen is 40 today. Emma Watson from the Harry Potter movies, she's 32. And Maisie Williams, Game of Thrones?
Game of Thrones.
Yep, she's 25.
Yes, sir.
All right, so I saw we had some trash talking going in the chats this morning.
Yeah, just a little bit.
What's up
Just
with
a little
this?
bit. Gary said he's ready for the stump. Abby said, Gary, you're going down. So, you know. Dana says, happy Friday, gang. Check cleared. There we go. That's all that matters, right?
To have your check clear, yeah.
Diane says, good morning, squad, and welcome to the Marathon Stumpah Show. Yeah, it's going to be majority Stumpah today. We'll see, though. It depends on tiebreakers. And, I mean, how long it takes. If somebody guesses the first one right and, could just end it real quick.
Good.
And we're not prepared, so it'll be like a 20-minute show. So, hopefully that's not the case.
We'll check our ad-libbing capabilities.
Abby says, I also have zero idea what the answer is. That's a good start. Okay. Let's go. Like it. Mia says, morning all. Got back to Pennsylvania last night. Had a 2-hour ride home from the airport with hubby, and we spent most of it brainstorming Stumpah answers. I love it.
Okay.
I love it. I expect a win. I expect a win today, Mia. Let's see. Glory's here. Good morning. Gail's rooting for Abby, which we'll take a look at the standings. Abby, are you tied for second place? Is that true? Let me know.
We did have a number of people.
But I do think that's interesting. Gail knows that she can't compete for the win, so she's rooting for Abby. So now we have alliances being built.
Oh, nice. This is like Survivor.
Interesting.
Right?
Very, very interesting. Dana says we're doing our best Johnny Cash today. Yeah.
Yeah, we're in the Men in Black.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. With just a splash of white, the et al. Just like a...
Welcome to the et al. Show.
That's a scholarly reference. When you list sources.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. So-and-so et al.
Et al.
There we go. I'm a big fan of scholarly essays. Abby says, I still stand by my 14 plus 14 answer. Like I said, it was a great answer. It's just not what we're looking for. But it is a great answer. Dana said, I've been using my eraser all morning doing my bills. And Gail says, Dana, are you erasing the money out of your account? It just got there. They need to give you some time, Dana. It just got there.
I actually used a pencil yesterday in my scorebook, which my partner made a comment on. He was like, only me and Bill Belichick use pencils.
Yeah, but also, who was it that said the scorebook should be done in pen? Oh, wait, you started doing it in pen.
Well, I told the story on the broadcast yesterday that back when Cat was, I don't know, 10 or 12, so we're talking youth softball, I actually had another coach. I felt like he was accusing me of cheating because we were talking about something in the scorebook, and he kind of stood up, puffed out his chest, and said, well, anybody can erase a scorebook.
That's definitely accusing you of cheating.
So from that day on, I was like, oh, yeah, dude, I kept it in pen.
Wow.
So I kept every scorebook in pen.
Let's get a name exposed. I'm just kidding. Don't say a name.
But what happened Wednesday was I had a brand new scorebook, right? Brand new, all clean, crisp and everything. And I made a mistake in pen.
Oh.
So I was like, I'm not going to mess up my scorebook anymore, man. I'm using a pencil.
Well, you're also doing it in terms of like on the commentating side, which I feel like pencil is justified. You're multitasking. You're kind of expected to make mistakes.
Right.
And you got to fix them. When the coaching side, go with pen.
Funny story. Since I had my stroke, well, they tell me my penmanship was never that good. But since I had my stroke, it's a little worse. So I usually get to the field. I like to get there early. I'm like at least an hour before game time. So I get there and I get the lineups, talk to the coaches, and then I go and I put the lineups in my book. And then my partner shows up and he's like, "Did you get the lineups?" And I'm like, "Yeah, here, you can copy my book." And he goes, "What the hell's that?"
Yeah. It is bad. See, the thing is, your penmanship looks pretty much, pretty similar to before the stroke.
Oh, so I got back?
It was just always bad.
Okay.
But I will say, we set you up for failure, though. You needed to write an appointment on the calendar. So our calendar is vertical. My dude's trying to write it vertical with his penmanship, his history and everything.
I know what it means.
You have something at 11 a.m. today. I have no idea what it is, but you have something at 11 a.m. today. Whenever I'm like, I don't know, filling up my water bottle or like cooking something in a microwave, I read the calendar.
Sure.
I like to know what's going on just so I can hold things over people's head. Like, oh yeah, Pete, you want to mess with me? Well, why don't we fight at Livesey Park at 11 a.m. on Friday?
Or you got to go out.
I know you can't show up, so then I win.
No, I need the car, man.
I don't even need to fight anybody.
We share.
I'm going to win by default, by forfeit, because you can't show up because I know the calendar. Everybody, understand the calendar of your family. It helps. It really doesn't. It helps in no way, shape, or form.
Okay.
But anyways, the point is, I can't read what's on the calendar. Last thing, Dana says the 18th is taxes for us.
Oh, the 18th.
It does shift depending on where it falls in the week.
Oh, that's right, because this is Good Friday, which is a holiday for some people.
So that's why it's moved to the 18th.
And then,
but the 15th is National Tax Day.
Monday is Patriots Day, so that's a holiday, right?
Wait, 15th? Is Monday the 17th? 15th, 16th, 17th, 18th? Wait.
So it must be Tuesday the 19th.
Yeah, but isn't it only Massachusetts that celebrates that?
But still, the state tax office will be closed.
So maybe it's, I don't know. I don't know. Do your taxes, people. What are you waiting on? Do your taxes. From the Accountant Federation, this is my badge. Do your taxes.
What that was.
Do your taxes. And I lied. The last thing here, Mia says, when clean out your medicine cabinet day.
Yes.
She said also they need to be disposed of appropriately. Can't just throw your meds in the trash. So,
can you help us with what's appropriate?
Yes. Let us know what
is appropriate.
Oh, let's see. Diane said. Mia says, I don't know in other states, but we have boxes at some pharmacies, doctors' offices, police offices to turn your meds in.
Okay.
There you go.
Yep.
There you go. You can also probably just call your local pharmacy. I'm assuming they probably teach that in pharmacy school.
I would hope so.
I don't know if it's called pharmacy school. Total guess there. But
well, Mia went, so we'll find out.
Yeah, let us know if it's called pharmacy school, 2, if they teach that, and 3, if you could just call a pharmacy and ask.
The actual what's pharmacology?
Pharmaceutical school?
Something.
Pharmaceuticology?
I like that.
I think that's what we should go with.
Pharmaceuticology.
Yeah.
And don't ask us to spell it.
I like it.
Okay.
Oh, interesting. She says if you do throw them in the trash, they should get put in used coffee grounds or kitty litter first.
Okay.
Now let me ask you this: we don't have a coffee maker in which coffee grounds are used. Can I put it in a used K-cup? I'm just kidding.
We have enough used K-cups, so probably
just dispose properly. Yeah. Then there you go. Pharmacy school. So
right.
My first guess was right. Anyways, on to you, Pete.
Let's get to the news before we go to the Stumpah.
Yes.
Melissa McCarthy, Tamron Hall, Kelly Clarkson, Elle Fanning, Savannah Guthrie, and Hoda Kotb are among those who will be honored at the 47th Annual Gracie Awards. This is an honor for some of the most talented women in television, radio, and digital media. So props. The Minnesota Timberwolves and the Los Angeles Clippers had a play-in game Tuesday to see who would go on to the playoffs. It was delayed for a strange protest. A fan attempted to glue herself to the court under one of the baskets while the Timberwolves were shooting free throws at the other end of the court. There was no usher standing by. The woman was removed after a couple of minutes of resisting, so I guess the glue didn't work that well. She was protesting the co-owner of the Timberwolves, he's a man named Glenn Taylor, because he owns a chicken farm, which recently had to kill chickens because of the bird flu outbreak.
Now, put the issue aside. That's not even what I care about in the story. What I care about, of all the techniques that you could have used, the substances, the strategies that you could have used to secure yourself in a place in which they can't get you.
Right.
Where did glue come into play? I would never think to use glue.
Good point.
You'd get taken out before it dries. You wouldn't stick there.
Right.
If anything, you're just creating a mess, which I guess if that's your goal, but
yeah.
Terrible. You know the ones that succeed? Handcuffs.
That works.
Quick and easy.
That works.
And a little bit difficult to detach you. Mm-hmm. Zip ties we saw in a soccer game.
Yep.
Zip ties. Good strap. Glue shouldn't be on the list. That's a terrible idea.
Queen's Bohemian Rhapsody and Journey's Don't Stop Believin' are among the 25 recordings that the Library of Congress has added to its National Recording Registry this year. Every year since 2000, when the registry was first established by an act of Congress, the Library of Congress picks 25 titles to be preserved for posterity. Other contemporary acts to make the list this year include Bonnie Raitt, Linda Ronstadt, The Four Tops, and Alicia Keys. Pretty cool.
I like to think it's because if we get invaded by aliens, it'll be a collection of things that they can listen to. Or if like humans get extinct, whoever finds Earth or what's left of it, has some sort of idea of what we listen to.
That'd be a good point.
Very wide range, though.
It is.
So
it is.
It'll be interesting to see their reaction. Of course, we won't see it. But.
No. Are you ready for some spring football? The USFL will attempt to make football popular during the NFL offseason when it kicks off its first year tomorrow with a game between the New Jersey Generals and the Birmingham Stallions. I'll check it out of curiosity.
I just don't know, man. They've tried this so many times and just nothing really competes with the NFL. So I don't know I don't know how it's going to go. I mean, they have some people that are like somewhat popular, right? But no one crazy. Yeah. Plus, you got the XFL competing with them. So
yeah, that's still a thing. That's
and when two subpar leagues compete with each other, you get 2 even more subpar leagues.
And one of them's got to go, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. The Backstreet Boys have realized they're not boys anymore, so they have retired some of their classic on-stage dance moves. As they get ready for a long-delayed world tour, the guys sat down with Entertainment Tonight this week to discuss the changes in the show. Howie Dorough jokes that we can't get down on our knees anymore because we can't get back up. I hear you. 50-year-old Kevin Richardson, who is the oldest member of the group, adds, we used to be in a standing position, drop to our knees with no knee pads on, and then pop right back up. We don't do that anymore. They have, however, added a number of new, more mature moves, which they will show off on the tour that kicks off in Chula Vista, California on June 4th.
The Backstreet Gentlemen. They are now.
The Backstreet
Gentlemen.
And a couple of Easter notes that I came across this morning. Jelly beans, popular thing at Easter time, right? There's a website called candystore.com that conducted a survey of favorite jelly bean flavors in all 50 states.
Pete has a subscription to that website.
I'd like to work for that website. According to the survey, cinnamon ranks as the number 1 flavor.
Come on. Are we kidding me? Are we kidding me? I just said. Yeah. Are we kidding me?
Black licorice comes in at number 2, and buttered popcorn is number 3.
Wait, these are the top 3 flavors?
Nationwide, I guess. Now, here in Massachusetts, because we don't have time for everybody, I'm sorry. But here in Massachusetts, coconut is number 1.
Okay.
Bubblegum is number 2, and watermelon is number 3.
Watermelon is the first flavor you mentioned that I could see being a favorite. Coconut,
not bubblegum?
But it's kind of weird, right? I'm not a huge jelly bean guy to begin with.
Yeah. And it's a big weekend for Peeps. Peeps are available all year, believe it or not, but Easter is the prime peep time. In fact, 1.5 billion Peeps will be consumed for Easter. 24 flavors. I didn't know this. 24 flavors of Peeps are now available, including some new flavors this year, including donut shop coffee in a Peep, strawberry, and cotton candy.
Just weird. What is up with all these flavors? And how many did you say were consumed?
1.5 billion.
No, let me tell you this. 1.5 billion were purchased. Probably 17 were consumed. Everyone buys Peeps. No one actually eats them.
I've had a package of Peeps in the cabinet for 2 months?
I was there when we bought them. Yes.
And I haven't been tempted yet to open it.
Because they're not good.
See, the thing is, I used to make a big deal about it on the radio. I don't know. It was just a thing to talk about, you know. When you got to do a 4-hour talk show 5 days a week, you just give me something to talk about, right?
Although I would like to calculate it between how much you talk in this show compared to that, because an hour straight of talking compared to a bunch of breaks.
Right. Back then I had 10 minutes of news,
I wonder if it's
3 minutes of sports.
Yeah.
Right.
Eventually, are we going to get to the Peep place?
And commercials, too.
Where we have nothing to talk about but Peeps?
So I used to make a big thing about Peeps. So my mom would go out every year and buy me Peeps, and I'd be like, "Oh, thank you," and I'd be like, just put them away. Mm-hmm. It is Stumpah time, all right?
Yes.
Shall we go?
Yes.
All right, let's get going here for what somebody said, marathon Stumpah time.
Yes, real quick, the standings, Gary and Dana in the lead with 5. So if it stays like that, we'll have a tiebreaker. Mm-hmm. But we have Mia, Justin, and Abby in second place with 4.
All right.
Everybody else, you're just playing for fun, but that's okay.
We like that. Yeah. Participation trophies all around.
Let's see.
Our Stumpah today is the total number of this is 28. What is this? That's why Abby says her answer of 14 should be right. Well,
which she got a point.
She got a point, but it's not what we're looking for, okay? The total number of this is 28. What is this? Here's our first clue. Our hint today is you and I may have 1, 2 at the most, but in this case, there's 28.
And the key there is you and I may have 1, so you could have none.
Right.
Could have none. You and I may have 1, 2 at the most. Mm-hmm. But in this case, 28.
So that's our first hint.
Yeah.
So we'll wait for a few guesses to come in.
Wow, people are ready to go. We already have guesses.
All right. Let's get right to it.
Okay.
Do you want to or not?
Well, I see the answer.
Oh, really?
But I'm shocked.
So we have nothing else prepared for the show.
I'm shocked. Well, no, there's going to be a tiebreaker. All right, here we go. Here we go.
All right.
We have Dana that says changing your bed sheets.
No.
Which, so like 28 days between changing your bed sheets, which gross. Do it more frequently, please, people. Okay. Gail says fireplaces in the White House.
Fireplaces in the White House is correct.
Now, Gail, how'd you know that?
Did you look that up?
How'd you know that?
Did you
It's
look
such
that
a
up?
specific answer. And I didn't even get to go to my favorite clue.
Yeah, go ahead.
My favorite clue was we don't usually get political. And this isn't really political, but it's political. I love those clues.
I like that. That is really good.
I contradict myself and drive you guys insane. How did you get... did Skip cheat? She said Skip told me. Did Skip cheat?
Skip Googled. Skip is her son, by the way. Family friend of ours down in Virginia Beach. Skip must have Googled.
Wow, I'm hurt a little bit. I was expecting... We had more clues prepared.
We did.
Got to keep warm somehow.
Yeah. Easy to burn secrets was my final final clue.
I think after Got to Keep Warm somehow and the political one, someone would have got it.
Yeah, I think so.
Man.
Yeah.
Did Skip cheat? I got to know.
There are 28 fireplaces in the White House. We said you and I may have one. We may have one fireplace, sometimes two.
She said, I asked Skip, and that's what popped out of his mouth. Yeah, but was he on his phone?
Without even looking it up.
Was he on his phone? Let me know. I don't know. I mean, Skip. I feel like Skip has like a bunch of random knowledge, so he could just know it. He could just know
Probably.
it. Man, that's a specific answer. And on the third guess, I'm shocked.
The man did back-to-back deployments, so I guess
maybe he was doing a lot of reading.
He was
about
down
fun
to
facts.
read a lot, when you're out in the ocean.
Wow.
All right. So
I'm thrown off.
So then what does that mean?
We do have a tiebreaker. So
Okay.
I'll pull up the standings again. So Gail now has 3 wins. So congrats to Gail. So we have Gary and Dana that are going to compete for the win.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So here we go. Just for Gary and Dana.
Are we doing it right now?
You want to do it right now?
We can do it right now. We can just get a winner right now.
This thing, it went so fast.
All right. Well, that's true because depending on how long this takes, we might be breaking this one up. All right. We'll go for the tiebreaker. So this is just for Gary and Dana. So everyone else, I love you, but don't answer. Gary and Dana, this one's for you.
Oddly, this only happens 7 times a month to most people. What is this?
And we're going to keep going until we have a win.
We have to.
Yeah.
Oddly, this only happens 7 times a month to most people. What is this? All right, so Gary and Dana, what do you think happens 7 times a month to most people?
We got a couple hints here too, so if we start to struggle, we'll see.
By the way, if you're just joining us, we're playing for fabulous podcast prizes, which basically means the winner gets his choice of merch. If they want a T-shirt, if they want a hoodie, they want a coffee mug, whatever.
Yeah, we'll reach out to you after the show.
While we wait for their answers, our fascinating fact for today: strawberries are not berries. Neither are raspberries and blackberries. This is according to botanists who would know this stuff. Evidently, true berries stem from one single ovary flower and have 2 or more seeds. Strawberries don't fit that bill because the plant has a number of flowers, and strawberries have a lot of seeds all around the shell. Now,
The shell.
Sure.
I
The outer
agree.
skin.
Yeah.
Bananas, kiwis, and watermelon are technically berries.
This is what annoys me.
Why?
Because the things that are called berries aren't berries. But a banana is a berry.
How's that? Well, I guess because there's one flower, right, in the plant.
I don't know, Pete.
Does a banana have seeds? Are we eating the seeds?
Yeah, I think.
I know watermelons have seeds. I know kiwi has seeds.
I don't know. Maybe it's in the stem.
I'll have to look closely next time I peel the banana.
Like maybe it's in the top part that you don't eat.
Could be.
Maybe it's in the very bottom. Have I said that before? I don't eat the last bite of a banana ever.
Ever?
It's the grossest part.
Really?
Yeah. So I eat it down like to the very last little sliver. I throw that away. I don't eat that part.
Did you ever see me open a banana upside down?
Yeah, I've done that before.
Yeah. Sometimes it's too hard to get it, so you go to the bottom.
Well, that's not why. I just went through a phase where I heard that the proper way to do it is from the bottom because then you don't get the strings.
Oh,
That's how monkeys do it.
I hate this. Oh, Got to go with the Monkees.
Obviously. If anyone's going to know about bananas, it's the Monkees.
It's the Monkees.
Yeah,
right.
Obviously.
All right, so our tiebreaker question today. Oddly, this only happens 7 times a month to most people. What is this?
All right, here we go.
All right.
I believe Gary has the first answer here. Gary says late for work.
Late for work. No.
Incorrect. Gary says skipping a meal.
No.
Dana says stuck in traffic.
Nope.
Nope.
No.
Gary says forgetting your wallet.
No.
Nope. Gary says skipping lunch break.
No, not skipping lunch.
Nope. Gary says talking on the phone.
Nope, not talking.
Nope. Gary says headaches.
No, not headaches.
That's a good guess, especially if you live with Pete. Dana says getting hung up on.
Getting hung up on? No, that's not it. No.
Dana, does that happen to you 7 times a month?
7 times a month?
Who are you talking to?
Who you ticking off?
Stop talking to that person. Mm-hmm. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. Gary says talking to your parents.
Talking to your parent? No, that's not it.
Nope. Dana says stuck at red lights.
No, not stuck at red lights.
Gary says late for an event.
Nope.
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 That's all the answers I got.
I hit every red light yesterday.
Did you?
Going to, I was driving to New Bedford High School, and sure enough, red light, red light, red light.
It happens. Sometimes you just get the timing completely wrong.
Yeah, once you get stuck in the rhythm, if you catch one red light, you're going to catch them all, I think.
Rarely do you get all green lights, but, you know. See, I like a good mix, personally, because a red light is a good opportunity to change the song if you want to change the song.
Right.
Or, like, if you need to call somebody to find the person you need to call.
Right.
Technically, you're not supposed to text at red lights either. Don't text.
Technically.
Don't text.
Don't.
Peter. Don't text at red lights.
I don't, but your sister does.
Well, you're being like, whoa. So you're just defending it right now because she does? She's your daughter.
No, I'm not defending.
Put her in timeout.
Okay, I will.
Also, you're just exposing Sarah right here. Dang.
I didn't say which sister you did. Got him.
There's a winner on the screen.
There's a winner on the screen?
I didn't care what you were saying. I wasn't paying attention because I saw the winner.
Oddly, this only happens 7 times a month to most people. What is this?
We've been doing the Stumpah for about 4 months now. 3.5, 4 months.
Mm-hmm.
There's a winner on the screen.
All right.
The first Stumpah winner. Who will it be? The last one I said was late for an event, I believe.
Now, if you're like Ryan Seacrest, like, who'll it be? We'll be back.
Except we don't have commercials, so we'll just sit here in silence. Okay, here we go. We're back. We're back. Read it again.
Oddly,
I'm just postponing.
This only happens 7 times a month to most people. What is this?
Gary says bad dreams.
Bad dreams. No, not bad dreams.
Danny says car troubles.
Car troubles. No, 7 times a month. Wow.
Danny said a bad night of sleep.
A bad night of sleep.
Nope.
No, not a bad night of sleep.
Gary says grocery shopping.
No, not grocery shopping.
And Gary said a good night's sleep.
That is the answer. Congratulations. Gary is the winner. Gary is the winner.
I feel so bad for Dana because Dana set up Gary for the win.
He said bad night
Dana
sleep.
said a bad night's sleep happens 7 times a month, and Gary was like, oh, that's a good point. Let me go with a good night's sleep. Damn.
They get a really good night of sleep. It only happens to us 7 times a month.
Sorry, Dana.
Wow.
But Gary, let's go. That is kind of sad, though. Only 7 times a month we're getting a good night's sleep.
I didn't get one last night.
I didn't even get to. We didn't even get to go to our hints.
Yeah, our hints were
You guys didn't let us do our hints today. We worked so hard to make them.
something we shoot for every day, but for most people, it only happens 7 times a month.
Yep.
And
you go ahead.
some people turn to medication. Some people have to have their sleeping pills to get to sleep. So, Gary, congratulations.
Gary says, me and Emily just celebrated in the office. Let's go. They like popping champagne at 8:36 in the morning.
Boom.
Yeah. All the computers and stuff that they use working from home, destroyed, covered in champagne. Destroyed, but it's worth it.
You're supposed to put plastic like they do over the lockers for the Red Sox and stuff.
All right, Gary, we'll hit you up after the show to find out what you want.
What you would like.
But congrats to Gary.
Now, this doesn't mean it's the end of the Stumpah.
Yeah, Stumpah's not going anywhere.
It just means we reset. We come back Monday.
Yeah.
So Monday, everybody's at zero.
Fresh at 0.
Yep.
Yeah.
And maybe we won't go as long this time because we had holidays come up, and then I had a couple of sick days.
The good thing about going long though is it develop like. I don't know. You guys can let us know whether or not you want to go as long, but it creates a little bit more because, like, for the longest time, we had like 8 people tied at 2.
Right.
So it creates a little bit of
That's true.
a range there. Yeah.
We shall see.
Anyways, congrats, Gary.
All right. Time for Feel Good Friday. Couple of stories this morning. A marathon hockey game in Chestermere, Alberta, Canada landed 40 players in the Guinness World Record book and also raised a lot of money for children with cancer. Two teams kept a game of hockey going for 261 straight hours in what they called the Hockey Marathon for the Kids. The game broke a record for the longest ice hockey game ever played. The teams dropped the puck on March 31st, and they played until the final buzzer sounded Monday night. When it was all over, the event had raised $1 million for the Alberta Children's Hospital. Good for them.
That's awesome. I just don't get how that's possible. Two teams of 20, correct?
It
said 40 people.
Oh, 40. Yeah, 40
so
players.
Two teams of 20.
Wow.
Like, obviously, people are playing while other people are sleeping.
They would have to.
But, like, still, I mean, if you break that in groups of 10, you got two different lines. So, I mean, you got two lines, playing for... And it's not like they can each play they're playing for 8 hours while someone can get an 8 hours night's sleep. So what are you doing? Like shifts of like 2 hours at a time? Crazy.
And I'm wondering how much action was there like at 3 a.m. on April 7th?
Yeah, these guys are like just passing it to the opponent. They were passing back and forth.
You want to take a shot?
Crazy. Yeah. Crazy stuff. Maybe it wasn't 5-on-5. Maybe they,
Yeah, that's true.
I would like to see footage. So.
In Switzerland, a 36-year-old man dealing with ALS was fitted with a special chip in his brain which allowed him to spell out sentences one letter at a time. It was a huge breakthrough for researchers in their quest to help ALS patients communicate. The technology worked. This guy was able to spell out for all to see his first sentence in a long time, and it said, "I want a beer."
I love it.
It was the first time the man was able to communicate in months, and his message could not have been clearer. He wants to get this man a beer.
Can you just imagine like all like the film crew they had? Like this is a big deal. They had like film crew, photographer, like cinematic music playing, and they're like, "This is such a huge step for humankind." And then you see, "I want a beer," and they're like,
"Okay,
not what I expected, but okay, get this man a beer, please."
And earlier this month, Ben Holstein of Shorewood, Wisconsin, took his dog to a dog park, and he lost his wedding ring along the way. Now, side note here. Been wearing this ring here for almost 41 years. Have never lost it.
You people just totally throw superstition out the window. You just don't even care about superstition in this house. It blows my mind.
You mean I better watch it
You
now?
would make a statement like that so blatantly. Like you're asking for trouble, man. Knock on wood or something.
How do you walk your dog and lose your ring? I mean, it must have been loose,
I'm
right?
waiting.
What?
Knock on wood.
Oh,
okay.
Thank you.
Man.
Anyway, he lost his ring while he took his dog to a dog park. Ben retraced his steps, but could not find it. He thought he was out of luck. About a week later, another dog owner, Gretchen Fairweather, visited the same dog park with her pet. And wouldn't you know it, Gretchen's dog uncovered the ring in a pile of wood chips. Thanks to posting on social media, Gretchen was able to track down Ben and return his ring.
Crazy.
Nice story, but now you're more concerned that I'm going to lose mine.
Well, you make such bold statements like that.
What am I saying? I'm just telling you that in 41 years, I've never lost it.
Knock on wood again.
Oh.
Thank you.
Okay.
I also think we've been over this. I think it's 5 knocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But,
what did I do?
Whatever.
4?
I think you did like 3 or 4. But now you've done I think that was 6. Is anybody counting? I don't know what's going on here.
Whatever.
We've lost control.
Whatever.
You better apologize to Trish before it happens.
Sorry, honey.
Let's just attack this thing in advance.
Sorry, honey. Yeah.
She's so confused right now. She has no idea what's going on.
A question this morning on Good Friday. When did Easter turn into Christmas? I know you guys have talked about this, especially when you and Kat were working for Olympia Sports.
Yeah.
You used to see this all the Easter baskets used to be filled with jelly beans, a chocolate bunny, maybe a small toy, maybe a little silly putty, something like that.
Jump ropes.
Yeah.
Yep.
These days, Easter has turned into a mini Christmas. Kids are making lists They're making lists for toys and gifts, and many get wrapped presents on Christmas, on Easter, and they get a basket, and they also get the basket filled with candy. But they're getting wrapped gifts on Easter.
Crazy.
I don't know when this. You were saying that
people would come in and buy Jordan sneakers for Easter.
That's like 100 plus, right?
Yeah. You learn a lot of like weird holiday trends. Like with Easter, they would go all out with sneakers and like outfits and stuff. And then Valentine's Day, which I didn't know until I worked in a shoe place. Valentine's Day is when all the couples come in and want to buy matching shoes.
I've never heard of that.
Didn't know that was a thing until I worked there. They come in and they get mad if you don't have the same shoe in men's and women's.
Wow.
Yeah. So they want matching shoes. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm. That's a thing. But yeah, no, Easter people go crazy.
Anybody have that happening in your life? Do you buy gifts for the I mean, you guys used to get, like sidewalk chalk, jump ropes, like you said.
The biggest thing, well, we'd get candy, jump ropes, like pretty much everything you said. Play-Doh maybe, sidewalk chalk. And then we'd get a family DVD.
Yeah, like a Disney movie or something.
Like I'm pretty sure, I don't know why, this one just sticks in my head. The Bee Movie was,
yes.
We got the Bee Movie one year. Great movie. Great movie.
Yeah.
Still to this day, love the Bee Movie.
Love that movie.
But yeah, no, nothing, no shoes.
No.
Which I'm directly relating to the amount of love that you have for me.
Well,
obviously not much.
I was going to say,
because you didn't buy me shoes.
Does this make me a failure as a parent?
I mean, you said it, not me, but yes. Just saying.
So, anyone else, let us know in the chats if this is something that you've done, or if this is something that's. Charlie's here.
What is this strategy? Cat's here.
Oh, that's why Cat's here.
Yeah, but Cat, now Charlie thinks he's getting a treat, and he's going to bump into my cameras.
Treats
We've lost control of this show. Oh, Cat's here. I think this might be the first time. I don't know. I could be wrong. Live studio audience.
Oh,
for a show. Cat normally is a live studio audience for the Foodie Fridays.
You're right.
Yeah, but I think for the show, maybe.
It could be.
Except for that time we had Sarah and Liam staying here, but they were asleep. So,
They were on the other side of the room asleep, which kind of made me question my material that day.
You remember when we got the Bee Movie for Easter? Oh, you know what I just remember? Meet the Robinsons, too.
Oh, yeah.
Another Easter movie.
We're talking about when did Easter become like Christmas? And...
Yeah, Harry went over that.
Yeah, he was telling us retail stories.
Yep.
And I never heard of Valentine's Day. Couples want matching sneakers.
You remember that?
When? It's annoying, she says. Yeah. All right, let me get to today's random question. And our random question is, what is a habit you picked up from your parents? And I am afraid to hear what he might say. What is a habit that you picked up from your parents? Now, we have not discussed this.
And we haven't. I actually haven't thought about it too much.
And I did not write it down on my... Well, I'll go first, so I'll give you time.
Okay.
I did not write it down in the script because I didn't want to... But I think, and they can be... we've got Kat and Matt here to fact check me on this. But I'm thinking the habit that I picked up from Nana, and correct me if I'm wrong, is frugality.
I always knew it was going to be something positive. I knew for a fact he'd be like, the habit I picked up from Nana was attractiveness. I'm beautiful. That's all I'm trying to say is I'm freaking amazing.
And by frugality, you could say, oh, you're cheap. My mother grew up in the Depression, so she was not one to spend. I mean, we used to joke around.
This is the portion of the story where Pete makes me feel guilty for cracking a joke.
No.
It happens every time.
No, I'm trying to explain myself
yes,
here.
Go ahead.
So Mom grew up in the Depression, so every penny counted, and we often joke that she would go to the grocery store, and if the price of bananas had gone up, she would look at the price and she'd say, I'll just let them sit there. So that became our joke with Nana. If the price of something has gone up, I let it sit there. I'm not going to buy that.
I'm going to teach those bananas a lesson.
So, and I'm that way. I mean, when I look to buy a new pair of sneakers or something, I will scroll past the $120 sneakers, and I think I found this pair on clearance for like $59.
Yeah, but you didn't consult your children that used to work in shoe place though. which was
and you're
a little bit of a problem.
You're very upset by that.
Only because we've been telling you the shoes that you should get,
right?
Just for comfort and to make sure you have the support that you need.
I need to have an Asics. What is it? GT
2000, and you went and bought some on your own that are below that. So
they feel fine,
which is good, but it was a gamble that you took.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That's all I'm saying.
But am I right? I mean, can you think of anything else is there any other trait from Nana that I inherited that I picked up? That's the one I thought of. I don't like to spend big money, and I will look for the sale every time.
See, this is tough. I can't crack any jokes right now because that would disrespect Nana, and I'm not going to do that.
Okay.
I would never.
All right.
So I'll just no, you're right. You are correct because he'll be like, I'm trying to think of it. Oh, like a couple months ago, you were like, "Hey, Priscilla, should I get this Dolphins T-shirt?"
Yeah. Right.
And he was like, "No, you know what? I don't know if I need." It was like a $20 T-shirt. Dude never buys himself Dolphin stuff.
Yeah.
He's like, "No, I don't need it." And then like a week later, "Do you think I should get this Dolphins T-shirt?"
Yeah.
And at this point, we're all like, "Just buy it. You clearly want it. Buy it." He's like, I don't know. Finally, he's like, "You know what? I'm going to buy the Dolphins T-shirt. I'm going to do it." And he buys it, and I guarantee, I don't remember for a fact, but I guarantee in the next upcoming days, something along the lines of like, "Should I have bought that T-shirt? Was that a waste of money? Should I have done that?" Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, that's true. That
now,
is true.
Kat said she thought of yours. What is yours?
I thought of what I inherited from mom.
Okay.
Okay.
Josh makes fun of me all the time. I say garage.
Oh,
Oh, she puts an extra
Garage.
R. Garage.
from Trish.
So mad because he's like, "There's not
Another R.
Yeah.
It's
For the longest
garage.
time, I used to say "idear."
Yeah, you did.
Yes.
Like Trish. Trish says "idear." I try not to anymore. I feel like I've broken myself with a habit, but we'll have to see. Someone review the footage. Someone review all 181 shows. Let me know if I've ever said it before.
You see, I had to work to try to get rid of my New England accent, but I've since had people, by the way, in like New York and maybe Virginia say, "Oh yeah, I can hear it. You're from New England." It's like I spent 10 years trying to lose that accent.
Yeah.
And if my brother and I were in the same room, you would swear we grew up in different parts of the country.
He had a thick accent.
He had the Boston accent.
He did.
Driving his car. What do they say?
Park the car in
Park the
Harvard
car in Harvard Yard, which, by the way, I've learned you cannot park in Harvard Yard.
But also, when you go to say "park the car in Harvard Yard," like it just sounds like not authentic.
Yeah, you're overdoing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, so the thing that Kat got from mom is saying garage instead of garage, or garage in English.
Do people say that?
Yeah.
Garage?
Like Elton John would say garage. My car's in the garage.
I don't really know. I can't think of anything. I'm sure there's plenty of stuff. I can't really think of anything off the top of my head. I will say you whistle and sing a lot.
Yes.
And I think I picked that up. I
Okay.
whistle and sing quite frequently. Whenever there's silence, I fill it with nonsensical singing and whistling.
Gotta fill it.
Very annoying when you do it. Not annoying at all when I do it. So I will say that. Yeah, for sure.
Do you ever have that? I was asking Matt before the show started. I woke up this morning with the song "Undivided" by Tim McGraw and the guy from
Tyler Hubbard.
Tyler Hubbard, thank you. From Florida Georgia Line.
Yep.
I don't know when I heard that. I don't remember hearing that song yesterday, but I woke up and it's in my head, and I just keep, singing lines from it or hearing them in my head. Do you do that sometimes?
Everybody does that.
Okay, never mind.
You do that. Like, does anybody else get hungry sometimes, or is that just me? Like, does anybody else get hungry, or is that am I just unique?
Do we have any chats about habits that you picked up from your parents?
I had to make up for not being able to pick on the things where it might have picked on Nana.
Oh, right.
So I had to fill that. That's where that came from.
I'm a comfortable target.
There it is.
Yep.
Let's see. Gail says, picked up from my parents, counting my blessings. That's a good one.
That's a very good one.
That's a good one.
Yep.
Emily said, picked up from my dad. If you're early, you're on time. If you're on time, you're late.
Yep.
Yes, that's
Yep.
a good one.
Doug says that in the Navy, right? If you're 15 minutes early,
You're on time.
you're on time.
Yeah. And it's like if you're 5 minutes early, you're late or something
You're
like
late,
that.
yeah.
Something along those lines. Justin said, hard work for my grandparents.
Okay.
Amen.
Yep.
By the way, Dana says you need to get the New Balance old guy shoes.
No.
Once he gets old guy shoes, it'll be the Nike Air Monarchs.
No, never going to happen.
We're trying to push him towards that at some point. You just need to accept the old guyness.
No.
See, it's funny. I want him to get them because I think that's your full transition to the elderly.
Oh, do you really?
Sarah holds you back.
Oh, okay.
Sarah's like, no, you're not doing it.
I hold me back. I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
I'm not doing it.
Hey, but those people, they come in, $65 shoe. They were mad when it went up to 65. It used to be 60.
And they were
that was not a nice day
They
to be
were
working.
going to let it sit there.
Yeah, they were. But they come in, they know exactly what they want. They don't need to try them on. It's the greatest gift in the world as a salesman when they don't need to try it on. They know the size. You get it for them. Boom, they're out of there. 5 minutes. Wow. 5 minutes. Sometimes a BOGO deal going on, they'll get 2 pairs.
Wow.
They'll get this year's and next year's in one day. They'll save them. Yeah. Anyways, Abby says if someone's giving you a ride, be ready and standing outside waiting for them. I don't stand outside. I stand at the door though. I'm ready to go. Once I stalk you. Once you turn that corner, I know you're here. Mm-hmm. Boom, I'm out of there. That's like the other day. Pete picks up dinner for us after the softball game.
Right.
And he had told me, he's like, hey, can you just help me bring it in when I get there? Because you had your hands full.
I had stuff from the game. And
I was like, yeah, no problem. So I see him come, and I'm getting ready to go outside. This guy honks at me. He honks the horn at me.
I just gave you a little beep, beep, like I'm home.
Yeah. No need, though.
Oh,
I was watching.
I heard about this when I
wanted the food. I was waiting for the food. I was hungry. I know that's something only you experience, but I was also hungry. And I saw you turn the corner. I was ready to go, and then you honked at me, and I was like, I don't even really want to help him now. I mean, I was going to help him, be a nice guy. Now I don't even want to help.
I didn't know if you were up in your room, maybe working on music or something like that. I was like, I'm home.
Do you know what side of the house my room is? I can still see. Don't honk at me, P.
The things I put
I'm just kidding. Anyways, where are we? I keep losing my place. Every time I talk, I lose where I was at. Gail says, also, fix it, don't replace it. That's a good one. Mm-hmm. Except when it comes to a time when you should definitely replace it, and you keep insisting on fixing it.
Now, we used to think that was an old Yankee thing, being up here in New England, that you always fix it, you don't replace it.
Can I just say real quick, I hate it when we refer to like this area as like the Yankees.
Because we're so anti-Yankee.
I know it's historically correct.
Yeah, it is.
But I hate it. Like you called yourself a Yankee the other day, and I was like, ugh. That's gross.
You're a Red Sox fan.
Yeah.
You can't be a Yankee.
Gross.
Yeah.
Let's see. Abby says if you get a gift, you say thank you, even if you hate it, or have 5 of the same thing at home. Oh, right. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yes.
You act like it's the greatest thing in the world.
Yep.
Abby says, weird. He also had a country accent when he wore his boots and cowboy hat. He just adapted to what he was wearing.
Yeah, my brother would do that. If he had his boots and his cowboy hat on, he loved John Denver. He's always doing John Denver. Thank God I'm a country boy.
Dana says, if you park the car in Harvard Yard, they tow your car to Medford. There you go. Abby says, I got hoarding from Dad, but nowhere near how he was.
Oh, I know. My brother saved there. My brother had the bottle cap off the first beer he drank.
Which is cool, but it does get to a point where it's too much. But certain things, it's cool.
Do you know what I thought? And Abby, I don't know if you remember seeing this or if anybody still has it. Or my brother and sister-in-law, they had a fire at their house. I think they were renting at the time. Mm-hmm. And they had my sister-in-law had gone home for lunch. And she had left a pan of, I think it was clam chowder on the stove. So their dog got curious. So he jumped up on the stove and his paw hit the
burner.
The burner knob. He turned the burner on.
Eesh.
So of course that eventually ignited, the clam chowder boiled over, lit the curtain up. So there was a big fire. Mm-hmm. My brother kept the melted telephone off the wall.
Memories.
Why would you want to remember that? Probably one of the worst days of your life. But he's like, I got the phone.
Maybe it was important to him.
And he told me a story about how, I guess, he was called about the fire. So he ran home from work and he sees this fire and he remembers the phone was ringing.
Well, there you go.
But nobody could pick it up because it was melted.
You get an oven mitt. You're like,
hello?
It turns out to be a scam. You're like, are you kidding me? My house is on fire.
He also had every sporting news magazine from the 1970s, I think.
Again, kind of cool.
Yeah.
Kind of too much, but kind of cool.
Yeah.
Also, I'm just picturing you picking up the phone. You're like, my house is on fire. They're like, okay, but just give me a second to sell you this diabetes medication. He's like, no, I don't. Take me off the list, please. And they're like, okay, but just hear me out first, okay? Does someone in your house have diabetes? They're that persistent.
By the way, I get those calls.
I know. We've been over this.
Yeah, I get those. People call me and they say, hi, are you the person in the house that has diabetes? I'm like, no one in this house has diabetes. Why am I on your list? Because you must have filled out something that said you have diabetes. I don't have diabetes. I have never had diabetes.
Abby says, we're trying to reach you about your car's extended warranty. You pick up the phone. My house is burning down. Okay, but we're trying to reach you about your car's extended warranty. No,
do you have a minute?
Do you have a warranty on my house? My car's fine. My house is burning down. You gotta love scam call. I got a scam call during the show just like a couple minutes ago. I do like how it's scam likely now. It shows up.
Oh yeah.
Except how bad if that's like someone important on the other end marked as scam likely.
And I don't always get that either. The scam.
Yeah,
likely.
it's only certain times.
But anytime if I get a call from lately, I've been getting something from Foxborough, Massachusetts. I don't know anybody in Foxborough.
I know plenty of people in Foxborough.
So,
Robert Kraft,
Bill
Belichick.
Oh yeah.
How do you know they're not trying to recruit me? And they're calling you for your permission.
Sorry, I've ruined your life.
Do you know how hard I've been training?
No, I don't. Actually, Matt, I don't.
This was my big break right here. Anyways, let's talk about the Easter candy week.
All right, let's get to Foodie Friday, okay? Foodie Friday time. Sometimes we go to a restaurant. Sometimes we go to a chain. This week, I went to Walmart. Time once again for Foodie Friday. As this week, well, we're getting ready for Easter. Easter is Sunday. So we were talking the other day about Cadbury eggs. Mm-hmm. And Matt said he's never had one.
Never.
If I've had one, it's been a few years. So I was out this weekend. Trish and I were picking up a few things at the local Walmart.
Oh, yeah.
When we went down the Easter aisle, because you know they always have special aisles.
It was a date night for you guys. Don't forget to add all the details.
No, it was an afternoon. But anyway, we went down the Easter aisle, and sure enough, there we found the Cadbury eggs.
Let's go. Got a whole carton of them.
All right, so this is the Cadbury cream-filled eggs. So we're going to pull out. Yeah, we do have a whole carton.
I literally have no idea what this tastes like. My expectations are kind of like the cream-filled truffles that you get in assorted chocolates.
Yeah, like Valentine's Day when you get all those chocolates and you bite into one, you get the different creams.
Oh, we're going to need napkins. Pete's going to get this all over his hands. All right, let's hurry up before it melts.
Okay.
All right. Cheers.
So here we go. Ready? Cheers.
Cheers.
Cadbury Easter eggs.
I'm nervous. Here we go.
That's not bad. It's like a vanilla cream, right?
Yeah, but it's got another color in there. I don't know what that is. It's good. We got Pete over there.
Oh, you're going to eat the whole thing, huh?
Yeah. We need to get napkins. Don't touch anything.
Don't touch my right.
Hold on, one second.
I'll be with you in a minute. But I eat the whole thing, yeah.
I hear it in my ears.
I'm sorry.
I apologize to anyone listening on headphones. I can't stress this enough, though. Don't touch anything. I'm the one that has to clean the studio. Because you and Trish refuse to touch any of this stuff.
Well, you get mad if we
That's
go
true.
near
I
it.
probably told you not to touch any of this stuff.
Right.
But so I'm responsible to clean it, so don't go touching it.
Oh, good Lord.
That's even more disgusting.
All right.
Now
so
really don't touch anything.
the Cadbury cream Easter eggs.
It was pretty good.
It was.
Pretty much what I expected.
I think I'll go, seems to be my usual lately. I'll go 7.5.
It kind of reminds me of Lindor Truffle, to be honest. That's the vibe I'm getting.
I mean, the Reese's Easter eggs still come in tops.
Oh, obviously. That's no question.
This is not really going to replace
It's one of
that.
those candies, though, where I think I could only have one of those.
I agree.
Yeah, that's really filling.
How many we got? We got 10 left?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do like how it comes in a carton at 12. I mean, that's perfect.
That's cool.
That's perfect. You get a dozen eggs.
But I think I'm good with one. Yeah.
All right, I got to score it.
7.5 from me. What do you think?
I think I'll go just a flat 7.
7?
It's good.
All right.
It's good. I liked
All right.
it. Yeah, pretty good. Happy Easter, everybody.
Happy Easter. And by the way, if you have an idea of something we should try for a future Foodie Friday, you can let us know, whether it's a local restaurant, local to New Bedford, Fairhaven, or if it's a chain, we'll go visit that and see what they have to offer. All right, that'll be on future Foodie Friday. How did you change shirts so fast? I mean, I'm rocking this, for both segments, but...
P, it's called a wardrobe change. Okay,
I guess.
You understand you're not a star like I am.
I guess.
Yeah.
You're making those changes so fast. So yeah. Now the carton said that it was fondant, right? That we were eating.
Yeah. However you pronounce that word, fondant.
I think it's fondant.
But yeah, it was like melted fond. I don't know.
Which I never knew about fondant until Cake Boss. When I was watching Cake
Yeah,
Boss.
true.
Because they
Yeah.
used that for the fancy decorations.
Yeah, but I didn't like when we had it. When we had it on cake, it wasn't good. I didn't like it. But
I didn't like it either.
this tasted like a Lindor truffle, honestly. Like it tasted a lot like a Lindor truffle.
All right.
So yeah, that's what I related to.
But we could only eat one.
Very filling.
You don't go back for two of those. And by the way, what did Diane say? Diane said, because Dana was saying we need to try the Reese's eggs, which we love those. We've had those. But Diane said the only thing about Reese's eggs is there's really only half the egg. It's not the actual full egg shape.
They've made them smaller, too.
Have they?
Yeah,
They shrunk the size?
I think so. Personally, unless you can buy bigger ones too. But yeah, they sell smaller ones. Last ones we got were the smaller ones.
I think we might be having some Reese's stuff for Easter.
Maybe.
I'm not going to let the cat out of the bag.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, so there was the Cadbury eggs. I was surprised. I don't remember myself being a fan of them, but after eating that one here for the show, I was like, it's good. I'll have another one.
Yeah, I got nothing against them.
I'll have
Pretty good.
another one. Yeah. All right. So, let us know if you have an idea for a future Foodie Friday. We'd love to try it out. We do have a couple of things lined up. I know Gary wants us to come over to Providence, right, or East Providence, to try a roast beef place and Dell's Lemonade.
Yeah, we got some Rhode Island stuff we got.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
Gary, we're kind of thinking closer to nicer weather.
For the Dells.
Because that's when
definitely.
Yeah. That's when you think lemonade.
Yep.
Yeah. All right, that'll do it for today. Stay tuned for the post show where we can catch up on some chats and just hang out for a bit. If you must go, we leave you with our thought for the day, and the thought today is you get what you focus on. So focus on what you want. Don't spend time thinking about negative stuff and, I hope this doesn't happen. All right, we'll be right back with the post show.
We back.
All right. I don't think I mentioned that today's opening day at Fenway, didn't I?
No, you did not.
I did not. Yeah, the Red Sox
Redo the show. Start from the top.
Okay.
Good morning and welcome to the Pete Braley Show.
Hey, welcome to show number 181.
My co-host, executive producer, show creator, and all-around great guy, my son, Matt. Hey, good morning, everybody. That's me. How are you doing? We're wearing a lot of black today.
Hey, but it's opening day for the Red Sox, so.
Yeah.
Or the home opener.
Moving on to the Stumpah. Everyone knows the answers now.
That's right. We'll get the answer quickly this time. Yeah. So, congratulations again to Gary for being the winner of this segment of Stumperdom. Stumpah Dumb, whatever.
Okay.
What's trending on Twitter this morning? Number one is Good Friday, which is appropriate, I would think.
Mm-hmm.
It's also Jackie Robinson Day is trending, as this is the day he made his way into the major leagues, and then in later years, MLB retired as number 42.
Who are the Red Sox facing at home today?
Red Sox are playing the Twins.
Okay.
The Minnesota Twins are in for 4 games, and I predicted the Twins would win the Central.
You did.
Because I just feel they made a number of moves in the offseason. Who knows, right?
We'll see.
Twins are in for 4 games. They're going to play today. I think it's a 2 o'clock game. They're going to play today, tomorrow, Sunday, and then the Monday morning game at 11 o'clock for Patriots Day.
By the way, we have some people that were not a fan of your...
I'm sorry.
Which?
I thought it was funny.
Pete.
Okay.
It's gross.
So what would you like me to do?
No, I'm just kidding. Abby said turns down volume. And then she said, "Gah, mute." Well, if you look at my face, like when you were like licking your fingers, I was like joking, but at the same time I was like, that's gross. Don't
that bugged you.
Because
that bothered
germs,
you.
man, and you touch everything. Like throughout the show, you're like like the entire show. So I was nervous that you were, and then you were like, "Oh, Matt, let me press your buttons for a change."
I never touched the buttons.
I know, but that would be the time that you would.
Oh, okay.
Gross.
I didn't know
gross.
you were such a germaphobe.
When it comes to like saliva and stuff, nah. Gross.
Next time, napkins in the stew on Good Friday.
Yeah,
on
I
Friday.
always get napkins. I forgot this time because I thought it was just a candy egg.
Yeah,
but not with Pete. You always need napkins with Pete.
Yeah,
just said it turned into ASMR. Yeah. I made it worse too because I emphasized it.
What is ASMR?
I don't know what it stands for, but it's when people get really close to the microphone and they do different sounds. Listen to this.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, you always see them on TikTok. They get so many followers on TikTok, and it's like, that's a marker. That's literally what it is. It's disgusting.
And why is it on TikTok that when people have their earbuds in, which of course gives them a better mic than having it across the room or something?
Okay.
Right? But why is it when people have their earbuds in, they take the microphone and hold it closer?
Well, it sounds better. If
Does
you
it
hold
really?
Well, yeah, because if it's against your shirt, it could rub against your shirt and make a sound.
Okay.
Also, it's just a thing now. It started out as it gives you better sound quality, but now it's just a thing.
Everybody does.
Everybody does it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. What else we got here? Dana says he's going to sulk in his boo-boo bus. Make it fun.
Oh.
Are you sulking because you set up Gary?
Set up Gary for the Stumpah win.
I got good news, everybody. Monday's a new season, I guess we'll call it. New season of the Stumpah.
World.
Sure.
We could go with that.
Sure. Aladdin.
We'll reset and start again.
Let's see. What else we got going on here?
Anybody running the Boston Marathon? Didn't think so.
Nah.
No.
Not a huge fan of running.
Kat wanted to run the other day, didn't she? Because they've been working out. After the show, they get together.
You guys haven't been able to tell. It's a little rude.
I know.
If you ask me.
My jacket's getting real tight.
Yeah, I don't want to rip it. I like this jacket.
Okay. So I remember Kat was like, "Do you want to go running?" And he was like, "Yeah, that's a no."
Gary said, "Matt, what's the website for your hats again?" That's a good question.
Oh,
I believe it was culturekings.com.
I think you're right. Yeah.
Yeah, I believe it was Culture Kings. I haven't seen what they got. I haven't been on the website in a while.
What do you have,
might be time for some new hats.
What do you have? 3 from there?
I do. Yes. I also need a new flat brim Red Sox hat, which first time I have to buy it without a discount.
Oh, that's right.
Bummer. Got to pay full price for it.
Or like me, look for the clearance.
Well, those aren't never on clearance.
Okay.
Yeah. Abby says, you guys can come up here for campfire breakfast for Foodie Friday. What is a campfire breakfast? And why do I feel like I'm going to be pushed in the campfire just because I told you the story?
You're having flashbacks.
Abby said, was not a fan. I wear headphones and I hate mouth sounds. I said, I apologize for anyone wearing headphones.
I'm sorry.
Abby says, can't take him anywhere, Matt. You can't. You can't. Nope. He's going to lick his fingers and touch everything.
There is one thing that I have to say about myself. I continue to learn things. I'm not one of those 60-year-olds who thinks he knows everything. You know, so I learned that you don't like mouths. I'll try my darndest not to do it ever again.
I mean, it was for humor reasons. So, you know, if it takes pissing off Abby to crack a joke, no offense, Abby, I'm going to do it every time. You know, that's
You're going down.
That's how it works. You know, every joke you tell is probably going to piss off a person.
Well, I always felt that you're making fun of something.
Most of the time, every joke I crack on the show offends Pete. But if it offends Pete and makes everyone else laugh, I do it.
You go for it.
Yeah.
But I always felt that when people said that, you know, when people would say, I can't believe you said that. It's like, well, every joke makes fun of something.
Well,
you know?
yes, but that's not an excuse to.
No,
I'm obviously kidding.
No,
you don't want to go making fun of people.
Right.
I mean, you do if it's Pete, but anyways, moving on. Diane says, wasn't Sarah working at Olympia Sports and Marathon Route near the bombing? Yes, she was.
Yes, she was, and she still doesn't like fireworks. You know, she's okay. It's funny though. She's okay with Disney. If she's down at Disney and the music's playing and they're watching fireworks, she's fine. But the 4th of July can be. We usually, I've been with her a couple of times on the 4th, and we will usually watch a movie with like the sound way up, like a musical, you know, like The Greatest Showman or something like that. You know?
Gary said they went up in price. Now they're $41.95. Crazy. The hats?
The hats?
I can't take this. I can't take this. I'm going to start making my own hats. They're not going to look good, but they'll be cheap. Breakfast by a campfire, by the way, is campfire breakfast.
Do you cook it over the campfire? Do you have a skillet?
What if it all gets burnt, though?
Do you have well, you got to watch it closely. Do you have a skillet and you fry your eggs or scramble your eggs over the campfire?
I guess.
That'd be cool.
I guess. I mean, I prefer my breakfast indoors at a dining room table, but I guess we can do it outside. Sure, yeah, for the experience, I guess. Did I miss anything? What did everyone talk about today? How we all doing? Pete's not doing a good job filling the space here.
Sorry. I was really I saw that Rihanna was trending and I wonder if she had the baby yet, but now they're talking about whether or not she split up with ASAP Rocky. No?
It just bothers me how you don't know how to pronounce pop culture things.
It's not an S either.
It's just ASAP. It's just ASAP Rocky. That's what it's. You've never heard the guy's name before?
No.
I don't listen to ASAP Rocky's music, but I know his name is ASAP Rocky.
I'm sorry I'm out of it, I guess.
And you read the letters. Why wouldn't you just say ASAP Rocky? No one says ASAP. Everyone says ASAP. Hey, get that to me ASAP.
Old guy here.
ASAP Rocky. I feel like you purposefully make yours. That's like Sarah. Once Sarah had Liam, I swear she tries to be an older person. She's like, I don't know how this iPhone works nowadays. I'm like, Sarah, it works the same as your other iPhone. That's the thing. That's the glorious thing about iPhones. They're simple. She's like, I just don't know how to fix the Wi-Fi. I'm like, unplug it and plug it back in. That's how everybody fixes the Wi-Fi everywhere.
Well, your mother, Trish, used to always say that pregnancy kills brain cells.
Apparently. But again, I think she's like, I don't know how to use this thing.
Now.
What is this? Ugh, what color is this? I don't even know. Technology. I'm going to have to chop up the video and send it to her.
Oh, she'll love that.
Yeah. It's not as fun when you pick on one of your siblings and they don't see it.
Right.
You know, you want them to fight back. That's what you go for.
By the way, speaking of siblings, his brother Doug, my oldest son, will be here visiting.
Yeah.
He's coming in they're flying in on Easter Sunday. And who's picking him up? Did you decide yet?
I think I am.
You are?
And Kat.
Okay.
I think me and Kat are going.
Okay.
Someone should be there, hopefully.
So they're going to pick him up. He comes in. We're going to have a late Easter dinner. So Doug and Marla will be in this zip code on Monday. We don't know if they'll be sleeping on the other side of the stew.
I don't think they will.
Because we are in half of the guest room.
I believe they said that just in case they want, they don't really sleep in often, but they said just in case they want to, they don't want to be interrupted by the show.
Right.
Which I thought was rude, but whatever.
They kind of have to be up and out by 7:30. So, no?
That's generous, buddy. We don't get in here until at least 7:45.
Okay.
Be honest with yourself.
I'm giving them a little grace period there, a little grace. So,
but we don't need that grace period.
They could say it cats. We don't know.
I sit down at this desk like 2 minutes before the show starts.
He does.
I have, if anything is going wrong, the show's late. Because I give myself just enough time to do everything.
And he used to, so I stopped doing it. He used to get upset because I would do this like at 7:58.
So much.
And he would sit there and say, plenty of time, boy.
He would doubt me.
Plenty of time.
The music starts at 8 o'clock. We say the show goes at 8 o'clock. The music starts at 8 o'clock. We might be a minute or two late, but we work for ourselves and we get to choose. But the music starts at 8
o'clock.
And most of the time, when the music's playing is when I'm actually sharing it to Facebook. But yeah, I got everything down to a science. I got to be in here by 7:57.
Someone was looking for the show the other day.
I wake up at 7:56. I'm just kidding.
Someone was looking for the show the other day, and she asked me, she said, and I told her, we were commenting on Facebook Messenger, and I told her how to find it. She says, well, I went there, but all I hear is music. And I said, well, we start I don't know if we've ever explained it. There's a minute of music at the beginning because we want to give everybody a chance to join us. Like, we don't want to start at 8 o'clock going, good morning and welcome.
Yeah, I might change. Maybe eventually it'll be like a countdown or something that makes it more obvious.
Okay.
We'll see. See. The show's always adapting.
Always
people.
Moving.
We're always changing, keeping
always
you
adjusting.
on your toes.
Yeah.
One day we're going to show up and all we're going to talk about is the Cincinnati Bengals. And you'll just have to deal with it. I'm just kidding. I don't know that much about the Bengals.
Because we're on to Cincinnati.
Exactly. Nailed it. See,
they should be.
That's what you get from the show. I pull something out of my brain. Mm-hmm. I never know what it's going to be. Pete connects it somehow.
Just go with it. Just go with it.
Pete pulls something out of his brain. I pick on him for it. That's the chemistry we have.
That's the chemistry.
I lost my place.
And it works.
It does. I lost my place. Abby said something about it's a bad day today.
Okay. I'll let you.
Oh, here it is. My whole computer system is down. Lost the Stumpah. Forgot my snacks at home. I'm over today.
Oh, wow.
Let me tell you what. You leave work. Screw that place.
I was going to say.
You pick up, I don't know what kind of food. For me, it'd be a burrito. I know Vermont, you don't have luxuries like that, like Chipotle. So you pick up some food, maybe a nice iced coffee, go home, and rewatch every Pete Braley show.
Yeah, rewind.
Really, that's what you should do.
Yeah. By the way, sir, I read in one of my emails today. Do I still have it? I get a daily briefing from the local paper.
Okay.
The first story is Boston Burrito opens on Rockdale Avenue, offering healthy Mexican options. We got a new burrito place we got to try.
It concerns me that they say healthy Mexican options. Although a burrito's somewhat healthy, right? It's got some good stuff in there. Chicken.
Black beans are good for you, aren't they?
Chicken is good, protein.
Yeah.
Rice isn't bad. Beans. Mm-hmm. You can throw some veggies in there. I personally only throw corn in there, but I think of all fast food options, burritos are okay, right? I don't know. I should probably look into that. So. Maybe someone with an exercise science degree. Justin, let me know.
I'm quickly looking over the story here. The owners of
Where's Rockdale Ave?
Rockdale Ave is like Buttonwood Park is on Rockdale Ave.
So close. Okay.
But it also goes down to the south end.
True.
So. Let's see. The story says, this is in the New Bedford Standard Times, written by Seth Chitwood. For some high school students studying during COVID-19 changed their perspectives about their future. The owners of Boston Burrito, however, started testing out their product in a ghost kitchen and have now opened their first restaurant at only 20 years old.
Damn.
So the Jack Fernandez is the co-owner. He says, we love burritos and we love Mexican food. And we're like, I want to make burritos the way I like them.
All right.
So he's the co-owner along with Michael Mujaba. They've been friends ever since second grade. So we'll have to check that
We'll
out.
have to try it. Yeah. Future Foodie Friday.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I will never turn down a burrito Foodie Friday. We'll never.
I can't really see what makes it healthy. You know,
I don't know. We'll see. I mean, if you're gonna have a burrito, if there's a burrito and there's chicken in it, I'm down. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right.
Kat just said, "Why are you always talking about burritos?"
There's a new burrito place in town on Rockdale
You should
Avenue.
always talk about what you're passionate about.
Yeah, you
okay?
should.
And I'm
Go with your
passionate
passions.
about burritos.
Go with your passions.
Let's see. Justin says burritos are good. Could have a lot of fat because of cooking oils, but shouldn't be an issue if not abused.
Okay.
I feel like I was somewhat subtweeted there because I definitely abuse that and eat way too many burritos. So I feel like he means if you eat them like a normal person and not like Matt.
Right.
I think that's what he meant to say.
Right.
I are getting Chipotle tonight.
Oh,
Where's my invite,
Cat's
Kat?
getting Chipotle tonight.
We're doing takeout. We haven't decided yet.
We haven't
though.
decided what we're doing.
But we had burritos last week.
yeah.
So
We should all get burritos.
It should all be a burrito night, huh?
I normally can't get these folks to do burritos 2 weeks in a row. Yeah.
I don't mind. I don't mind. All right. Shall we wrap it up?
We shall.
All right.
Yeah.
Hope you have a great weekend. Hope you have a nice Easter, or if you celebrate Passover, I hope you have a nice Passover. And we'll see you on Monday.
Yeah. And congrats to Gary yet again.
Yeah, Gary's the winner for the Stumpah.
Yeah.
And no matter what, we hope you go out and make it a great day.
Peace.